Welcome to Working Help Desk Tickets. My name is Irvin, also known as Kobume. We're going to work on quite a few tickets today. We have a lot of tickets we actually need to follow up, which is very important. We have some network issues, some laptop issues, and many more other issues, so we're going to have to just get to it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Irvin, also known as Kobume. We're going to work on these tickets. First, we got to follow up. Actually, the first thing is what I want to ask you is, how are you doing? How are you? I don't see people doing that often enough, and I want to know that you're doing good. That's really, really important. And one last thing, actually, before we start, if you can do me a favor in the comments below, just say hello, hi, or present, just to kind of it's like taking a roll call in like a class. This will give me a good idea of how many people are interested in this type of content. And I know a lot of people are already doing that, and I appreciate it. Actually, some people actually go to my second channel and actually do it over there too. They say present or hello or hi, which is very cool. If you didn't know, I have a second channel, and I'll post a link up here. It'll pop up. It'll say my second channel, and that channel has videos that come out every other day. They're based off of these help desk videos as well, except they're broken up into separate videos which are shorter format and based off each topic that I talk about. And for those reasons, that second channel is going to be a knowledge base. Knowledge base is basically a place where you can go to and look for solutions for possible issues that you may have. So if you're working help desk right now or any other tech support, chances are at some point I'm going to have an answer or a possible solution for any issues that you may come across. Right now it's getting populated. I think right now there's like 20 or 30 videos, but like I said, every other day there is a new video coming out based off the topics that we talk about here. So it's a good place to find a quick solution to things that you might be working on. Okay, we're going to start doing some follow-ups. Looks like we got some notifications. Some people responded to the tickets that we worked in a previous video. And we're going to start with the eldest one. I think this is from Javier. We already follow up with Javier, so unfortunately we can't spend way too much more time on Javier's ticket, especially this issue, depending on what his answer is. We'll see. In my last video, I suggested to do a trace route because I suspected network issues for this ticket. And if you want to see more details, obviously watch the previous videos. We're just following up on this one here. And he said, I will try doing the trace route for tomorrow when the staff from the office comes in. I will respond tomorrow with new information. That was 5 days ago. Okay, we don't have anything else on here. Javier, I hope you find a solution for this. And I think I saw some of your comments talking about that you don't have a way to troubleshoot network issues. And unfortunately, I can just give you some advice, which I've already done, and I don't have direct access to any of this stuff, which makes it super hard for me to help you. And I would actually have to spend time with you personally to resolve this, which obviously I don't have time to do. I literally am on call this week, and here shortly in about an hour I actually have to start working, although that today is a Saturday, and I've been on call having to having to go to the office by myself and deal with a lot of issues, and I simply don't have time or physical or mental ability to extend or spend way too much time on following up single tickets. And I apologize for that. It's just that's my situation. Just being honest here. So I'm going to just mark it complete because I haven't seen any other issues for now. Of course, people who are new, who never watched my videos before, never close tickets until you resolve them. But this is a situation in which I am working on tickets that are submitted by users, not real customers, right? So this is what's going on here, and I'm trying to help out as much as I can. Otherwise, I would never close a ticket before a resolution. In this case, I can't forward the issue to network support, which is what should be done here, and the network support for Javier's company would have to deal with this. But Javier is a my viewer, so we don't work for the same company or anything like that. So unfortunately, I can't go beyond this, is what I'm trying to say. And this other ticket that Javier submitted was also related to that 4 days ago, and he submitted more issues, and it just keeps. This is another thing, and it was related to. See, this is another printer, and let me just kind of brush over this real quick. How do I set up Samsung the scan network folder as user's computer? I've tried to look at the settings. I have not been able to find what I need to turn it. I need to turn on to activate the ability to add the scan folder feature in the scanner. Any help, please? I'll look at it briefly since I haven't talked about it. It's specific to this printer, right? To this scanner, and you would have to, right? You would have to look at the manual for it. I don't know off the top of my head because there are tons of different scanners and printers out there. And what I'm looking at here is the settings that you've sent based off of the web interface that you have for the specific scanner. So you're looking for scan to network folder on the user's computer. Yeah, you actually need to look at the scan to cloud options here. That's what you need to do. These are all scan to email options, so it's not related to what you want. What you want is scan to network folder here. Okay, so look at those settings. That's what I would do, and I'm going to reply to you. And I have a couple more tickets here. I'm going to reply, and I'm going to close because, you know, time of these is the essence, and I need to move on to the other tickets too, unfortunately. But feel free to submit new tickets if you'd like. Unfortunately, that's the situation here. And I'm going to say, look under the options, under the option called scan to cloud. I think that's what it was called. Scan to cloud. Yeah. All right, I'm going to close it. Again, never close tickets until they're resolved. I'm just moving on because I have other tickets to work on. All right. We got a bunch to follow up. I'll try to go to them as soon as possible because we got people waiting for me to talk about their issue. This is about PowerPoint slides. And so this wasn't the real issue. This was just somebody asking how to, Sergio asking how to add audio to PowerPoint slide. Again, I talked about this before. This is not a necessarily help desk issue unless your help desk is to teach people how to use PowerPoint. Again, no offense, but the help desk and tech support that I have experience in is not a training place, but more of tech support place. So we don't train people how to use computers or software. We just fix issues. And it says, and I said, okay, and I asked for errors. To see, just to double check, I asked Sergey if there are any errors. You see here, I have your ticket about PowerPoint. Did you have any issues adding audio to it? Was there an error or something? Just to make sure it's not, broken computer. And he said, I'd like to talk on my slides so people can watch PowerPoint and I read to them. Yeah, so there's no computer issue as far as I'm concerned in the sense that it's broken. And I'm just going to, I don't want to reply because I don't want to sound mean, but because I've already talked about this in the previous video, I'm just going to close it because I don't want to offend Sergio. But all right, I'll respond. I'm going to say, please review training videos on PowerPoint. And I'm gonna say it. What the heck? At the help desk, at the help desk. I'm gonna say this. Help desk typically does not. Sometimes it's good to be honest, right? Sometimes it's good to be honest, as long as you're not brutal about it. Help desk typically does not help with training. With PowerPoint, I'm going to be specific, PowerPoint training. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, I'm gonna say it because there's no I can't sugarcoat this, and we just need to move on. Unfortunately, hopefully he don't take offense. There's another ski. Okay, so another from Sergio. It says no driver, and I asked for more details, and it just said it will not print, and it says, and he's asking me. It says no driver installed. Again, I don't have enough information here to help out, so I'm going to say it sounds like driver just needs to be installed. I don't have a way to do it for you here, mainly because, as I've mentioned before, I don't have access to any of these computers. But normally, as a help desk, you would go in and just install a driver for the scanner, right? You just go to add remove printers and you just add it like this. I'm going to show it for people who just now found my channel, right? So just add printers or scanners, add remove printers or scanner. Here we go, printers and scanners. Add a printer or a scanner, as simple as this. And it's going to search for them here. You know, it's going to search for them locally or on the network. Typically, I mean, you may get a list of 10 different ones, depending how big company you work for is. But you got to figure out which one is specific one. What I like to do is go to the printer itself. I'll find the information on it based off what is their printer name or their IP address. So, for example, you found an IP address. Instead of waiting for this to finish and it may not find anything, just say, click here where it says the printer that I want isn't installed. Printer, scanner, same difference in this case, and just add, for example, add a printer using TCP IP address or host name, and just go through the motions. It says host name or IP address, you just type it in 192.168.1.1, whatever the location is. You can leave the device type out to detect, right? And then it says query the printer and automatically select the driver to use. So Sergio, you can do this too. You can do the same thing. And this will, if it's a good printer, and I mean like good in the sense that it's, you know, more expensive, whatever, more advanced. This means query the printer and automatically select the driver to use. This will figure out which printer it is and will automatically install the driver to use. And if it's a network printer, chances are that the printer itself will upload and send the driver to you. So all you have to do is just click next, and then it's going to install it. You know, here I can't do it because I just made that address up for the sake of education, right? And Sergio, hopefully you watch this video and do the same thing. It's not complicated, and I'm sure you can do it. Okay, a couple more to follow up. Another from Javier. This one's about, yeah, so here's another one. And I talked about this before. I think he's got network issues, and he's talking about Excel constantly freezing multiple users after inactivity or working on something from second monitor screen. You know, second monitor screen being very specific, I don't think it's related to this. You know, you can't sometimes take users' word for it. Just because it happened to be in the second monitor, it probably has no bearing or no relation to something freezing. Okay, the issue is that Excel freezes constantly about 2 minutes before it reacts entering numbers in the cell. So this is usually, when you load up Excel, Excel is slow, but once it loads up, it should be fine. If it's locally stored, then that's fine. Excel, especially if it's on the network somewhere, oh my God, it's going to be slow regardless whether it's okay, you know, whether it's fast enough, just how Excel is. But if you're having network issues to begin with, which I'm suspecting you are, then, you know, then that's the problem here. And again, I know you said you don't have a network team, which makes me kind of wonder whether you even have a dedicated network for your company. But then in that case, then you need to figure out how is the connection happening? How are these computers, how are these users connecting to these shares? Are they using VPN? Where are they located? Do the bandwidth tests. Do a transfer data test on the network. And you're going to have to basically figure out if it's slow. Well, what can you do to resolve that? Why is it slow? Where is it? Where is the end point of it? Let's do a really quick. And Sergio, I'm going to have to wrap up your tickets here because I'm spending quite a bit of time, and it's not fair towards the other people. I'm just being honest here, and I'm going to show you something real quick. So if the breakpoint, let's say this is a computer where user is using user. Sorry, I'm trying to draw it and I can't do it properly with the mouse. And let's say this is a server. Come on. Server. And if there's a data going back and forth, and you've tested data here, the bandwidth test, right? You go to Google, do a bandwidth test, and it says good, right? It's good. I'm going to say it's G good. Then you need to move on to the next part of it, which is here, right? Then the connection is here. To that, it's either connection to that, to the server, or the connection, or the issue is at the server level. But I really think it's connection to the server. So whatever this path is taken, whether it's VPN or other, then you need to look at this here. What is causing that? So it could be a switch somewhere on that network. So it's, could be just a switch here that's handling this. Could be old switch. I apologize. I really can't draw with my mouse here. But I can't, So it could be a switch here that's slow. So again, do a trace route, and I know you said you're going to do it, and then see where the latency is, see where the break is, see where the packets drop, and then go from there. Remember, I talked about this and I pointed to my trace route. So I hope you do that and see if you can find issues. And here you are asking, well, if this is a network issue, what would suggest I do to fix? Check permissions. Is there something wrong with the replication? How do I check on server? We use Windows. Again, I would have to basically have hands-on and spend time with you to actually fix this, because you are basically right now trying to do the work of tech support, server administrator, and network administrator, and you're missing out all of those things. You do the tech support, obviously, but you're not a server admin, and you're not, as far as I know, but you're not a network admin. So you're now left to your own devices to fix all of this. You can go about it a couple of ways, right? You can try to figure out yourself and do the best you can. Do the trace route, figure out where the latency is, where the issue lies, where the performance issue is, all of that. You can try to do it to the best of your knowledge. But make sure your manager knows this. Make sure your manager knows this, that this is happening, that you found the problem, and that you found that there's an issue. So if your manager is like, okay, fix it, then you're like, well, I can't, because I'm doing tech support. You can do that. I don't have the tools. I don't have the means. We don't, probably we need to hire somebody who knows networking or this and that. That's something you could do. But if it's a smaller company or whatever, I don't know what the situation is, and it's okay. I don't want you to tell me, because I don't know. You might be working for somewhere for the government or something. I don't know. But don't tell me the details about your company or anything like that. But if he or she says, you need to figure it out yourself, then you're going to say, well, okay, I can work on this, but then who's going to work on tech support, on other stuff? If you want me to spend time on this, then somebody else is going to have to work on tickets, on on-site desk side issues. Somebody else is going to have to work on remote support issues. This type of issues, this type of situations can happen for small businesses that expect users, or expect, I'm sorry, not users, but employees to wear multiple hats. What does that mean? That means they expect you to do everything. And this happens, So I that's the best advice I can give you. Again, I don't have the means to spend time. I don't have the time to sit down with you, and of course, I'm not getting paid to help you with do this. No offense. Again, I'm just doing best I can to give you the best advice I can, and to at least get you in the right direction. So that's a messed up situation, but it is definitely a situation here. You can do the suggestions I have, and that's all. Those are the old suggestions I have. Do the best you can with the tools and knowledge that you have. Otherwise, I'm sure I could figure it out, but again, I can't. I don't have the ability to spend that much time on this. So I'm going to close the ticket since I've already sent a message to you. I know you're going to watch this. So I'm going to close it just so I can move on. And these tickets are all related to one. I do see some notifications here. So these are, okay, these are just notifications from Javier. All right, and looks like we got notification from William Davis. This is on the last tickets we need to follow up. Then we're going to start doing new tickets. This was on about remote laptop running slow. Okay, so this issue was related. It becomes slow whenever he connects to the VPN when he's working for the remote. And I said, perform bandit tests, and I thought the issue was with VPN. Let's see what the response is. The first response was, this was a scenario that I imagined. I hope this helps you with your content on your YouTube channel. It does, William. Thank you very much. Thank you to anybody who submits tickets. And he said, thank you for the update. All right. I'm going to say, thank you for submitting the ticket. It helps. It helps a lot. It really does. Anybody who submits tickets, it's appreciated. It's appreciated. And from now on, actually, please try to submit 1 or 2 tickets max. So that way I can get to other people's tickets, because people are waiting for me to talk about their issues, And now we're going to see what kind of tickets we have left over. So we got unassigned tickets, and we're going to see what the eldest tickets here. Right now is April, right? So we got tickets here. Well, we'll see what the Sergio ticket is. We got a couple more. So he had like 4 different ones, which again is normally fine. It's just that it's not fair towards the other people. So please limit to 2 tickets max per month. Per month, please. And it's since March 17th. So I need to get to these tickets. I need to talk about them. And let's see here. Is this another? Yeah, so here's another from Sergio. I need to import data from an Excel spreadsheet to another. How do I do that? Again, this is a training issue. I'm going to say, please look at the training material for Excel. That's all I can do for you. I'm sorry. This is just what's going to happen. This is not, I can't train you in this. Okay, here's another one. We're going to come back to Sergio. So that's what's going to happen. If you have more than 2 tickets, I'm going to have to get back to you at some point, unfortunately. It's just not fair towards the other people. Okay. This one is from Daisy Marquez. Closed caption video doesn't show captions on user's end. So this is a different one. Oh, okay, this is cool. I don't mind this one. Exported a video from Adobe Premiere Pro in H.264 format. Well, that's exactly what I do. Shared it through OneDrive to 2 other people. One person sees the caption, but the other doesn't. How do I help her see captions? She requested I export in AVI, but it comes out to be a very big file when using the format. Well, here's the thing. You've exported a video, right? You've exported a video from Adobe Premiere in H.264 for format, which is a standard format nowadays. It's used by YouTube, this and that, which is fine. It's a high definition format, and in this case, I'm assuming the captions were added inside of Adobe Premiere Pro. And it says you shared it through OneDrive to two other people. One person sees the captions, but the other doesn't. So this confirms to me that you've added captions inside of Adobe Premiere Pro, right? You've added them in there, and they're there, right? They're provided. And you shared it through OneDrive. Now, if you were to share it like on YouTube, YouTube sometimes creates their automatic captions, and all you have to do is just turn on the captions, right? You click on that CC, right? You click on the CC, the captions come on. In this case, it sounds like you've created captions specifically, they're just not visible to one person. And then she's asking that she requested you export in AVI, but it comes out to be a very big file. Yeah, AVI is a huge file, and for those reasons, people like to use H.264, H.264. Now the newest one is actually 265, which I think is even smaller when it comes to the size of compiled video. But in this case, it's working, and it's shared through OneDrive. The only thing I can think of here is that the captions are there. One person sees it, the other one doesn't. Is that the second person that can't see the captions hasn't turned on captions in their media player. So, however they're playing it, they haven't enabled captions. So how do we know that? Well, we know that because one person sees the captions and the other one doesn't. That means the captions are there. Captions are there, but the other person doesn't see them. Well, the only reason that I can think of right now is that they haven't enabled captions. So that's what I would concentrate on and ask them, what kind of player are you using? Does it play through the browser? How are you downloading it first? Is it being played through just Windows Media Player? You know, that's what I would look at. And then compare to the one person that does see the captions and say, well, this other person is using this video player. So I really think the issue is there. Exporting in AVI, which makes me wonder that this is they're using Windows Media Player, but I don't know. You're gonna have to check these things. I'm going to say, I don't think I've ever talked to Daisy before. I'm gonna say, hello. This is Irvin with PC support. I have your ticket about CC, closed captions. Not to be confused with CC, which is carbon copy, which is used in email, right? You click on CC and it sends a copy of an email to somebody else. And so this is closed caption for a video. And I'm going to say, I'm going to do it like this. I think the issue may be related to the video player being used. User probably needs to turn on captions. Say compare the players, the video players. I'm going to be specific. Video players, video playback software. Aha, how about that? To the other person who is able to see fine. I hope that makes sense. So I said, I think the issue may be related to the video player being used. User probably needs to turn on captions. Compare the video playback software to the other person who is able to see fine. I'm gonna say please let me know if that helped. I'm gonna leave it open because I really want to know because I don't get these type of tickets often. All right. All right, let's see. I'm trying to relax here just for a moment to take a break. I'm exhausted. Friends, I am exhausted from work and I'm just tired. I did a lot of physical stuff too when I went to the office. Since people are still working remote, so whenever I go to the office, it's like these huge three buildings that are connected together. And I deal with mostly when I go there right now, since no other people there besides me, literally, there's nobody there. When I go in, the only thing I have to do is deal with hardware, meaning that I have to physically pick up returned hardware and provide new hardware, do the exchanges and stuff, because that's the situation I'm in right now. Normally, I work as a business systems analyst, but since the COVID thing, I've been having to kind of put on multiple hats, I suppose, or put on a hat mostly that's just for on-site desktop support slash help desk slash work on whatever the project comes up. That's you know unfortunate, but it is what it is. So it's like I have no choice. But when you're working by yourself and it's physical and you're used to working remote, you kind of get out of the habit of moving around and doing stuff like that. So I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I'll do one more because I feel bad for people waiting, and it's getting into pre-April. Let's do this Sergio here just to see what is a PIV card. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to get back to. I'm sorry, Sergio. I've already. I don't know. This could be a training issue too, but I don't know. Alam, MD Alam. I've had tickets from Alam before. We're going to see what this one is real quick. Can't schedule team meeting in Outlook desktop version. Okay. Thanks for being very specific and submitting tickets. Again, I appreciate anybody who submits tickets. I really do. Outlook calendar meeting and team calendar meeting is working. Okay, but I can't invite team calendar meeting. But I can't invite team calendar meeting on Outlook add-in. So you can't create team invite, okay? Online team meeting on Outlook is working. I checked add-in enable and disabled. I see MS Team meeting add-in from Microsoft Office is active. I also see the application registered Teams as the chat option for the Office. All right. So it works fine online whenever you're trying to create a team meeting, but not on the desktop version. All right, I'm going to try to. And you said I went to the team settings, checked registered teams as the chat app for the options. Oh yeah, let me see what the error is. I like errors here, and honestly, I'm a bit tired to concentrate properly. Oh wow, well this is a very generic error. I hate these type of errors, and because it's useless, right? There's no it failed because of this and that. Sometimes you get errors and there's an option to click more information. And this one is just we couldn't schedule the meeting, please try again. Now you're going you are going about it the right way. Since it's been a while since you've submitted this ticket, I'm hoping you figured that out by now. So it's been I don't know, almost a month since you've submitted this ticket. Again, you see how I have to get to these other tickets because it's taking forever. I'd rather have these tickets being worked in real time more than anything else, but the time is of constraint, right? And you're going about it the right way where you're concentrated on add-ins. So what I would do is actually disable it. And this might be a compatibility issue. I think somebody asked me about it earlier in the comments on YouTube. This could be a compatibility issue. And which version of Outlook? Didn't say. So compare the version of Outlook that you're using and the add-in. Normally you wouldn't be able to install an add-in if it's not for that version, but there might be compatibility issues and still allow you to install it. I would concentrate on the add-in that you're using. You might want to uninstall it, reinstall it. You may even have to do a fresh install of your Outlook local profile. So go to Control Panel. Just to, we're troubleshooting here. I don't know what the exact issue is, but go to Control Panel, look for email settings in there, and create a new profile. See if that helps. But I would concentrate simply on this add-in. And it could be an option, and it looks like you've looked for it. I see MS Teams meeting added in MS Office is active. And just because it's active doesn't mean it's functioning properly. I also see the application option register Teams as the chat app for the Office. Register Teams as the chat app for the Office. So this is Teams. Is this Teams add-on that you're using? Probably, right? Okay, so it is. It has to be. There are no other add-ons. Sorry, guys. I'm having a little trouble concentrating simply because I'm tired. It's probably Teams plugin. Yeah, I would, if nothing else, go through all the options for the Teams plugin. Make sure that everything's enabled. As far as I know, you just need to make sure your credentials are set properly and that the add-on is configured properly. That's what I would concentrate on. Yeah, I'm going to reply. I'm going to say, please check add on compatibility. Also, make sure Teams plugin is configured correctly. Let me know if that helps. Perfect. All right, I'm going to leave it open just to be fair. I'm going to look at this one just because it's fun looking one. Fun looking one, interesting one. Voices from laptop from Zahra Khan. Thank you, Zahra. I appreciate you submitting this ticket. Sorry about the wait. I can hear loud fan voices from the laptop at the time of charge. You can hear loud fan voices. Fan voices from the laptop at the time of charge. So I'm going to interpret this in my own way. I think there's a little bit of a language barrier issue here for me. English is my second language, and I'm having trouble understanding exactly what this is. But I'm just going to make assumptions, right? It says here, I hear loud fan voices. I'm going to concentrate on fan, and I'm going to assume voice is just sound. So I'm going to say fan sounds from laptop at the time of charge. So when you're charging the laptop, you hear loud fan noise. Loud fan noise. Okay, thank you for submitting this ticket. I'm going to talk about this in this way. I need a picture of a laptop. There are a couple of reasons why a laptop would make fan noises, and that would be one, it's overheating. Come on, give me a good good picture of a laptop. I'll try this one here. And I'm going to borrow this image. I'm going to save image to downloads so I can talk about it in Paint. That's what I'm going to try to do. Open, downloads, image. Okay. Okie dokie. So the fans are underneath the laptop, right? So depends on what kind of laptop you have. The new laptops, when you charge them, chances are it's just like on the side, right? You just plug it in on the side, and you know you got your charge thing, and it's charging, right? It's charging. You got your power over here, goes over there to power, and it's charging. Number one reason the fans start to kick in to make loud noises is because it's overheating. Overheating. Right? Overheating. That's number one. Not just laptops, but all computers. That's number one. It's overheating. Now, if it's only happening when it's charging, I don't know. Like physically, I don't know how this is positioned, if you will. Whether the laptop is sitting on something special. How often do you charge it? Do you use it mostly on battery, this and that? But the issue might be that the charge is causing the battery to warm up, and then the fans kick in whenever that's happening. I don't know. Another reason where I've seen laptops or even mini version of desktops can make fan noises is if there's something putting pressure on the fan itself. Because if you look underneath here, the fans are there, right? If you put this laptop on top of something and you put that part where the fan is, where the exhaust is, well, the exhausts are also over here this way. That's where the exhausts are. But the fans are actually run flat like this underneath. That's a terrible drawing of a fan. But it's underneath, sitting flat. And it's blowing air this way. Or the other way. Depends whatever it is. Usually sideways. And if there's a pressure here for something poking on it, it can start to make grinding noises. So look at a couple of options. It's overheating. Why is it overheating? One reason is, aside from, and I've never seen it overheat from charging, but, one reason it could be that you're running something in the background that's using 100% of CPU, and that's in the task manager, right? Look at this here and look at the performance, see if there's something in the background that's using 100% CPU or a lot of CPU, and you can see that here. Right? And then the fans would kick in because laptop is working extra hard. Or it could be just dirty, right? It could be just dust and you need to clean it. So use the air can and clean it. Why it's happening specifically when you're charging it, and again, I'm assuming you're talking about you're charging it. You're charging it over here, plugged in somewhere. Then, it could be related to battery getting hot. Or are the fans blocked? Like, do you put it somewhere else where the fans are blocked underneath? That could be the case too. You might be setting the laptop on top of a rug, as far as I know. You know what I mean? So this could be sitting on top of carpet. This could be sitting on top of carpet and it's blocking the fan. So it's overheating. This could be the case too. I don't know. I don't know. So check all those things. Did I end up closing the whole thing. Yeah, it looks like I did. Here we go. Assigned to me. Voices from laptop. And I hope I didn't come off as making fun of Zahra here, because I didn't mean to. I was just trying to interpret the way I see it. So I'm going to say, hello, this is Irvin with PC support. I have your ticket about laptop noise. I'm going to say noise. Please make sure that laptop is laptop fans are not obstructed. I.E dust or something blocking the fan ventilation. I really think that's what it is. I don't think charging it will cause this. I've never seen it. If y'all have seen this, if anybody has seen that, let me know. Or if you have any suggestions of possible solutions for me, if you have personal experience, not just this, any of the things that I've talked about in this video. Alright, I think I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to get to work because I literally have to log in to work now, and it's a Saturday, which sucks. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope I have best wishes to you and your family, and I hope I did a good job in helping people understand some of this tech support stuff. This whole situation is unorthodox, and if you wish to submit tickets, I really appreciate it. And then we're going to continue. Right now we have total of 12 tickets available, and that is about, we got some pending ones. We're going to wait for these. These are ones assigned to me. So we're going to go through that. That takes about 15 minutes for each video. And I usually talk about 3 additional tickets for that. So right now we have 3 more videos after this. So I actually need people to submit tickets. Again, if you can limit it to 2 tickets max, please. It's not fair for me to talk about just your issues entire video. No offense. It's just not fair toward the other people that have been waiting. So that's all I'm saying. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.